My microwave started blinking the word demo this morning. Just demo. Over and over. I unplugged it, plugged it back in, still demo. This thing has been sitting in my kitchen for 3 years, with zero drama, and now it suddenly thinks it's on display at Best Buy. I sat there, eating my sad cold breakfast while this tiny robot was having a full existential crisis in the room, just beeping sadly like it knew something I didn't, and I'm thinking, yeah, this is not a good way to start the week. Then I open my phone to distract myself, and the first thing I see is footage from Cannes 2026. That's when it hit me. My microwave wasn't broken. It was trying to warn me. So anyway, Cannes, if you haven't been paying attention to this year's festival, I don't know, man. It's a lot. Cannes is that film festival on the French Riviera where the most famous people on earth gather once a year to clap at each other for 12 straight days. They wear clothes that cost more than a house, premiere movies most of us will never see, and act like the entire fate of humanity hangs on a single red carpet walk. It's the most prestigious circus on the planet, and somehow, it's also the most predictable one. Every single year, the same thing happens. Except this year, something feels genuinely off. It's like they took the usual amount of absurdity and just cranked the dial way past 11. I've been doom scrolling through clips for days now, and I don't know, man. This might actually be the most unhinged red carpet week I've ever seen in my life. I'm just sitting here trying to process it. Let me start with John Travolta because this one genuinely got me. The guy from Grease, Pulp Fiction, all the classics, shows up at Cannes to premiere his directorial debut called Propeller One-Way Night Coach. That title already sounds like something someone came up with during a panic attack on a red-eye flight. He's on stage rocking this little white beret, fresh beard, looking like he's about to sell you a vintage bicycle in a French romantic comedy. Then the big boss of Cannes just casually drops an honorary Palme d'Or on him. Surprise. No warning, no preparation. Travolta grabs his chest, his eyes well up, and he says, and I'm not kidding, this is beyond the Oscar. Beyond the Oscar, I don't even know what that means. You could literally see the man's soul leaving his body and ascending right there on stage. He was not prepared. He was not acting. This was a 72-year-old dude having a genuine spiritual experience in front of 1,000 people wearing tuxedos. The internet, of course, turned it into memes immediately. Half the comments were just about the beret. I don't know, man. That's peak Cannes, I guess. Emotional devastation served with a side of questionable headwear. I respect it, but also, why are we like this? But if you think that was the most emotional moment of the week, you haven't seen Nicholas Winding Refn yet. You know, the Drive guy, the Neon Demon guy, the man who makes movies that look like a perfume ad, directed by a sleep paralysis demon. He's at the press conference for his new film, and he starts talking about how he literally died a couple years ago. His heart was leaking. Doctors found it by accident. He was clinically dead for about 25 minutes, and as he's telling the story, he just breaks, full-on crying in front of the entire press room. He calls himself the Bionic Man, thanks God for a second chance, says he wants to use whatever time he has left to make something meaningful. The journalists start applauding like it's the ending scene of a movie. This was supposed to be a press conference. You're there to ask about camera lenses and lighting, and he's crying about getting revived by electric shocks. I don't know what to tell you. The line between film promotion and existential breakdown has completely dissolved. It's a lot. I'm sitting here watching this, and I genuinely don't know how to feel. Now, the red carpet. Cannes updated the dress code this year. New rules? No nudity. No sheer dresses, where everything is on full display. No voluminous gowns with massive trains, because apparently people were getting stuck, and the carpet was turning into a fabric-based traffic jam. They tried to restore some order. The celebrities looked at the rulebook, and collectively said, watch this. I don't know why we're like this as a society. Diane Kruger shows up in a Givenchy outfit, with this giant, billowing green cape. Not a dress, a cape. She tied it around her neck and let it float dramatically behind her. The rule bans voluminous dresses, but it says nothing about a massive piece of fabric strapped to your shoulders. She found a loophole. She's basically a fashion lawyer at this point. I'm impressed, I guess, but it's still ridiculous. Her hair was done up in this sculptural braided situation that made her look like Cindy Lou Who from The Grinch decided to attend a high fashion event. I'm just describing what I saw, man. I don't know. Then, there's Jordan. I don't know her full name. I just saw the clip, and I still haven't recovered. She wore this python dress so tight and so structured that she physically could not sit down, could not bend at all. So how did she get to the red carpet, lying completely flat on her back in the back seat of a vehicle, fully horizontal, like she was being transported to a medical facility? The security guard opens the door, expecting a normal person, and instead finds a woman lying down. His face was just done. He has seen too much. He's probably questioning his entire career choice right now. She then steps out, stands up straight, and walks the carpet like this is a completely normal mode of transportation. I have never seen a piece of clothing hold someone hostage like that. It's terrifying, kind of impressive, but mostly just weird. Why are we lying down in cars for a dress? I can barely be bothered to iron a shirt before leaving the house. This is next level. And then there's Kristen Stewart, the repeat offender. She's been breaking the Cannes dress code for years. Barefoot, t-shirts, bleached buzz cut, the whole package. This year she shows up to a gala premiere in a sheer Chanel two-piece that one review described as a merge of gauze and chicken wire mesh, paired with vintage Nike sneakers. Actual sneakers. On the Cannes red carpet, the rules say no sneakers and no nudity. She broke both rules at the same time. That's not rebellion, that's efficiency. She's speedrunning the dress code. Some people online are furious about it, others are calling her a hero. I'm just sitting here thinking about the Python lady lying flat in a car and Kristen Stewart in sneakers, and I genuinely don't know what's real anymore. Meanwhile, Demi Moore is on the jury this year. She's supposed to be sitting through hours of screenings and actually judging art, but she's also treating the entire festival like her personal runway. Custom sequined gowns, hot pink ball gowns, with bows the size of small furniture, confetti-dotted dresses, diamond collars that could probably pay my rent for the next 10 years. Every single look is a statement. She's 63 and making it look effortless while also having to watch like 3 movies a day. I can barely find a clean shirt in my closet and she's out here dominating the crossette. I don't know, man. It's a lot. It's genuinely impressive but also exhausting to watch. The movies at Cannes this year are apparently just as unhinged as the carpet. I don't have the energy to go through every single one, but I have to mention one. There is a film in competition literally called Teenage Sex and Death at Camp Miasma. That is the actual title. I did not make that up. It's a queer slasher horror comedy, and the premiere got a 9-minute standing ovation. 9 minutes for a movie called Teenage Sex and Death at Camp Miasma. That's longer than I've concentrated on anything in my entire life. My attention span is like a goldfish. I'd be standing there after 2 minutes thinking about what I'm gonna have for dinner. But these people just kept clapping. At some point, the applause stops being applause and becomes a hostage situation. You can't stop. Everyone's looking around like, are we still doing this? And the director is just standing there crying, and it keeps going. Cannes has this weird obsession with timing, standing ovations like it's an Olympic sport. They have a standing O-meter. If it's under 5 minutes, people assume you hated the film. That's the standard now. Anything less than 5 minutes is basically a public execution. I don't know, man. The world is cooked. The big studios seem to have figured out that Cannes is a minefield this year. Hollywood basically didn't show up. No Disney, no Warner, no Sony, no big blockbusters, just a couple of indie American films. They're scared that bad reviews will kill their opening weekend, so they just stayed home. The popular kids decided the party was too risky, and now the art kids have the whole venue to themselves. It's kind of great, honestly. The films are weirder, the energy is looser. One of the American films has Michael Fassbender and Alicia Vikander playing antagonistic, aliens in heavy prosthetic makeup, Oscar-nominated actors doing that. I don't even know what to say about it. It's cool, I guess. I could keep going. I haven't even mentioned that Kevin Spacey walked the red carpet like nothing happened, but I think I've made my point. Cannes 2026 is a beautiful, expensive, deeply confused mess. You've got surprise Lifetime Achievement Awards making grown men weep. You've got directors crying about their own deaths during press junkets. You've got a dress code that people are treating like a puzzle to be solved in the most absurd ways possible. You've got Python dresses that require you to lie down in a vehicle. You've got 9-minute standing ovations for slashers with insane titles. You've got Hollywood hiding at home because they're scared of the critics. All of this is happening at the same time in a tiny French town, and I genuinely cannot look away. My microwave knew. It blinked demo at me like a warning beacon. It was trying to say, don't look at your phone today. The famous people are doing the thing again. I didn't listen. Now I've spent hours watching a man cry about heart surgery while wearing a beret. The microwave is still blinking, by the way. I stopped trying to fix it. It's just part of the decor now. A little digital art piece, I guess. About the futility of modern appliances. I think it's happier this way. We've reached an understanding. It wants me to stay grounded. To remember that even the most glamorous film festival on earth is ultimately just a bunch of people in expensive outfits, pretending they're not one bad review away from a complete breakdown. I respect that. Anyway, that's my unnecessarily long, completely unnecessary ramble about why Cannes 2026 might be the most unhinged red carpet week I've seen in a while. If you've been scrolling through the same clips I have, Drop your favorite absurd moment in the comments. Maybe next year someone will show up in a dress so big they need to be airlifted onto the carpet. Maybe the standing ovations will hit 30 minutes and they'll have to install seating for the applause. I don't know, but I'll be watching. Probably still not the actual movies, but definitely the red carpet clips. Thanks for listening to me yap for way too long. I'm gonna go stare at my microwave some more. Peace.